And welcome back, everyone. This is Ellington, and we are back on Rome 2 Total War. We have got ourselves a 3 versus 3. And as you can see, we've got Rome. The mighty Rome is on the battlefield today. This battle was sent in by Johnny Sins. I'm assuming not the Johnny Sins. Who knows, I guess? Anyways, so we've got Rome on attack. Oh, that hurts a lot. So this actually is a battle that's on large instead of ultra unit size. So you can see it's got 120 men instead of 160 men on the infantry units. Excuse me, sorry. So to go over some of the factions real quick for the attackers, we have a Rome being commanded by Lucas Phillips. We have the enemy of Rome being Carthage here being commanded by Chemist. And finally, on the other side of the city here, we have Seleucid being commanded by Ragnar Lothbrok. This is a bad idea, Ragnar. See this right here? This is a really juicy for artillery shots. What's the artillery? 22 kills. Got 2 breaches now from Rome. For the defenders, we have Tylus being commanded by, Tylus over here, being commanded by Imperator. We've got Iceni being commanded by Johnny Sins himself. And finally, we have Egypt being commanded by Lionel, I think is how you say his name. So we've got Seleucid here with siege towers preparing to go here. We may... Okay, I thought they were going to go out, but Chosen Sword Band going to go on the wall, and they're going to fight this here. Now, what I don't like to see is this. So, you can see the Roman and Carthaginian siege equipment, they're all up at the walls here, breaking down the walls, landing on the walls. But the Carthaginian Roman armies are all the way back here. So, it's going to take them a second to march up here to support this attack. Which is typically why, by the time your siege equipment is landing or beginning to bust down walls, your army should probably be sitting about right here. Because then you can easily filter troops forward to the attack and continue to support yourself. Right now, Seleucid is dropping a bunch of units on this wall. All the defenders have to do is put like a unit on either side of it and just basically just squash them on this wall while slingers and archers sit here and just blast this to death. Which is why I'm not usually a big fan of just dropping units on the wall like this. They're going to now have to fight their way through this, and they're going to have to fight their way through this, all the while getting shot by these. Now over here, Rome going in with Hastati. Hastati, well, not a bad low-tier unit, are not going to be able to take on full thorax swords and Chosen Sword Band by themselves. That's why we need the armored legionaries, the Evikati cohorts, things like those to be coming into combat right behind these guys to assist. That one veteran legionary is not going to be enough. He's only 86 out of 120, remember. Got carrying axemen, so that means a lot of jabbies. Now, what's going on over here is Seleucid walked away, right? But they left like kind of a half-Z force here, so they have a couple armored legionaries. They've got some thorax swords from Seleucid, but they're not full committing to this side. They are drawing some troops away from it, obviously. Do they not have an artillery? I don't think they do. Which takes away any sort of long-range, reach out and touch somebody, you know, capabilities. Rhodian slingers were up on the building, but they have now gotten off of it. Got a bunch of cavalry. I think they were hoping they could punch something through here and just rush this cavalry in. Cavalry getting shot, I think, by the artillery. I don't know why he held on to that artillery. Oh my god. He's got 191 kills on that Bastion Ballista. Still hitting the cav here. Now Seleucid trying to rush his forces back to the side. Wondering, what was he shooting? Was he shooting in here with that artillery? I definitely don't see 191 kills out here. Which is unfortunate because they had a huge clump that he could have gotten crazy kills on. Tylus holding this back here. What we should probably be doing is putting the Cretans over here, shoot the back of this defense. They don't really have anything set up here that can do anything about your Cretan archers. The Tylus slingers are all the way back here, and obviously they can't shoot over walls. So you bring your Cretans right over here, bring some cav to protect it, and use those Cretans to shoot the back of this defense. That will allow you to break through this far faster. Over here, I hate to say it's going to be a grind fest. You really are going to have to put the stuff here, here, and here all at the same time. Sorry, I was taking a drink. Got some Libyan infantry coming in. I think they're now going to go straight in. Libyan infantry slightly better than Samnite warriors. Over on the other side, the Thorax swords breaking through the sword band, but there are some chosen sword band and a Thorax here as well. This over here is just a mosh pit. Die, men! You will assault this city and take it for Rome! The Athenians think they can do anything, but sir, the Athenians aren't even here! You know, the Romans taking Athens away from non-Athenians. Ah, all the fire that's coming in here. What a hectic fight. Could you imagine being in the midst of this? All the Javies and slingers and archers coming from behind. Oh, these are all carrying axemen that are shooting into this. It's very painful. Carthage is still all the way back here with half of his army. Sorry, I keep having to clear my throat. Balearic slingers now coming in. I'm honestly surprised. So he actually brought Balearic slingers instead of Cretans, it looks like. Yeah, he brought 3 of them. Well, that means that they're only going to be useful inside of this settlement because they can't arc over the walls. The Seleucid troops are pretty much dead. Oh man, look at all this. A lot of that's Iceni though. 62 kills, 0, 0, 0, 16, 41, and 45. So you can see that Roman unit got obliterated. So now what we've got is we've got kind of a hodgepodge here. We've got some veteran legionaries, Libyan infantry, Evocati cohort, Libyan infantry, all trying to push through this one area. And to be perfectly honest with you, these 2 tribal warriors are probably going to be able to hold it well enough by themselves. Celtic slingers now shifting around. I think what they're trying to do... Oh, they're trying to get on these Balearics. Got to be careful. Those Balearics are better slingers, so... Oh, no. There we go. He had him in melee formation. I don't know why. But he's not shooting. So now he's just letting the Briton slingers get straight shots into it. Carrying axemen kind of falling back out of this combat because you can see the Romans, I think, actually getting some space to work here. They are getting... Oh my god, look at this. This attack has been just something else, I'll tell you what. I hate to tell you, this is probably not a do it this way kind of attack. And when I say probably, it's not. Kind of blobbing in like this, just trying to force your way through, isn't really going to do much. Really all it takes from the defender side of this is just to, you know, place their stuff well, use their javelins well, get the back shots, side shots. Because I hate to say it, the attackers are basically providing all of those things to the defenders for free. They really just kind of went bulldozing in, and all the defenders had to do was just sit there and jabby them to death and surround them and double team them. Rome and Carthage here still have a decent amount of stuff back here. Carthage, I don't know why. He brought 1, 2, I think 3 or 4 units. Yeah, 4 units of cavalry for Carthage. He's trying to break through with one. I don't think he's going to make it. But he's trying to get through to the slingers and the archers. Actually, I think it's all slingers. Libyan infantry, 135 kills. They're not doing too bad. Armored legionaries, they're fresh. They just got in there. Still have a bunch of hoplites, Praetorian Guard back here, Sacred Band, 2 units of noble fighters. I just really don't see why Carthage brought so much cavalry. Got the Britain Scout Riders over here. That cavalry at Carthage still being a nuisance. He doesn't even have any kills, so he's not even being a nuisance, really. Look at all these troops sitting back here that they haven't even had to use. A bunch of Galatian Royal Guard, Oathsworn. Looks like this is an Ultra Funds battle. Carthaginian cap breaking, or wavering at least. $18 kills on it. That's really not much. Definitely not enough to make that worth bringing. 42 on the other one. Same thing. It's just not enough. Definitely not worth. And it's a siege battle. You know what I mean? Having a unit of cavalry, or maybe 2 units of cavalry, you know, it's not a terrible idea. 4 units of cavalry, I think your money's better spent other ways, you know. Silver Shield Swordsman now in. He's using formation attack, which is why he's all out of whack here. And he's got his back turned, so these guys just jabbing him right in the back. Kind of jabbing a couple of his own men too, but is I was going to ask, is the Iceni general dead? 94 kills, 18 men. I don't know how this unit hasn't broken, especially since his general's dead. Well, that side of the fight is pretty much done. So now Iceni is just going to be able to full focus back to this fight. And now you basically have a 3v2, right? You've got Tylus, Iceni, and Egypt all bearing down onto this one corridor. Cav going to try again. I don't know where he plans on going with it, but he's going to try. You're going to learn today. They went diamond formation. Just as a heads up, diamond formation really it doesn't do anything. It honestly, in my opinion, is worse because it ruins your charge. Because of the way the game works, your point man, as soon as it hits, your whole unit kind of goes wacky, and so they don't really charge in very well. So it really just kind of takes away any impetus. Oh my god. Eagle cohort going in all by themselves, getting surrounded by tribal warriors. But now we have Hellenic Royal Guard coming in. Because they don't even need to. Hellenic Royal Guard isn't even need to be used. 3 units of Oathsworn just chilling. Iceni, I think he's just leaving these troops over just to guard the gaps. Just on the off chance they try to do something weird. I don't think they need to, just due to the fact that pretty much everything's committed over here now. It's basically just turned into a blob. I hate to say this is a pretty good example of what not to do in a siege battle. Which, unfortunately, sometimes those are the videos that need to be made. Don't do this. I love the Sacred Band color purple there. Cavalry's still over here being kind of goofy. Got Tribal Warriors in, Chosen Sword Band. Then look at all the slingers laid out here to just javvy into that mass. Over here, Rome just stopped. He's like, I'm not going over here. He can't. There's pikes. Hellenic Royal Guard. Don't send your Sacred Band over here. They're not going to do anything, I promise you. Oh, and these are Praetorian Guard. Praetorian Guard and a Armored Legionary. Did he only bring the one Praetorian Guard? I thought he had more than one. Yep, he's got one here too. You could maybe consider trying the towers again. I don't know that it would do you anything good. Really, what they really need right now is archers. I don't know where the Syrian archers for Rome are, and I don't know why Carthage only brought... Honestly, that kind of as a whole, I didn't really see any Syrian archers from Seleucid, from Rome, and Carthage only brought Balearic slingers. I think it was a big mistake. A lot of jabbies, I think. What are they going for? Sacred Band, it looks like. Sacred Band's pretty beat up. General is healthy. I thought he would have been hit by now, but I guess they didn't go for the general. They're literally just trying to push right through this area with everything they've got. Armored Legionaries, Eagle Cohort, Mercenary Noble Fighters here. I just don't think there's enough left, especially with Seleucid being gone from the field. And now look at this. They've pushed up, and they've taken away one breach and taken one of the pikes here, moved them forward. They could honestly, if they really want to, I would bum rush this. Put a pike in place right there and bum rush with a bunch of tribal warriors and just crush this area. Which I guess then, like, if they really wanted to, they could just move back, but I don't know. Yeah, that's what I would do. Pike, tribals. Send your tribals first, obviously. You send your tribals down, then you take the other pike and you block off this breach. Are they trying to burn the gate? No, they're just standing over here. Sacred Band shattered. Oh, man, they're just, like, you know what I mean? Like, as a unit, they're just getting, like, triple teamed. Each one of the attacking units is being hit by, like, 5. Armored Legionaries getting hit by Chosen Sword Band and Carrying Axemen and Tribal Warriors. You got more Iceni units charging in against the Praetorian Guard. Praetorian Guard all messed up here. They're just going to get chewed up because they're all out of formation. They're completely surrounded. And what sucks is Praetorian Guard is a really good unit. It's expensive, but it's really good. But one, use a formation attack. Word of advice, just don't use it. There are rare instances where it's okay to use, but almost all instances, it just isn't worth using. It keeps your unit really wonky, and it causes them to kind of do these weird things like this. When you give attack orders, it's trying to keep the formation while attack at the same time. It just turns into a clusterfuck. Look at this. These are the defenders. These are the attackers. Yet, they're so intertwined with each other at this point. Heroic Nobles, where was that? Or was that the General? 94 kills all of a sudden on the General. On the other side, there it is. Not quite the same way as I was describing it, but that's what they're doing. They're going in, and they are just squeezing in on this. Glacier Royal Guard guarding the back end. Although, to be perfectly honest with you, the Glacier Royal Guard is your best killer, right? They're going to try and run away from your pikes, typically, I guess. If they don't, though, then your pikes will get plenty of kills. 69 kills, 58 kills. Praetorian Guard v. Galatian Royal Guard. Glacier Royal Guard got a really good javvy on that. Oathsworn now coming in. Britain Riders going after the General.
Ride them down!
Looks like they have actually seen some combat. 50 kills. This is all gone. But I think that is a GG. Like I said, probably not the best case of attacking. Probably wouldn't employ these tactics for a battle. I would also probably bring archers. It's just my thought. Let's start off with Tylus. So Tylus being commanded by Imperator with 1,157 kills. Look how healthy he is. He almost didn't fight, you know. Lionel with 1187. Let's see. Rhodians with 148 is pretty good. He did bring 2 Cretans, but look, almost none of his army saw any combat. I'm pretty sure all of these kills were javelin kills, too. 65 and 80 kills on Hellenic Pike is unacceptable. Johnny Sins, as Iceni, 2,606 kills. By far leading the whole game. And that was basically because he just got fed Seleucid, unfortunately. Let's see. Slingers did a pretty good as a whole. 238 on a Chosen Sword Band. 209. 314 on Heroic Noble. Very well done. For the attackers, we have Lucas Polini. I said Lucas Phillips. I'm sorry. 1,230 kills. We have Ragnar Lothbrok. But see, look, no archers. Why no archers? That's no bueno. You have 3 of the best archer factions in the game, and none of you brought archers. You know, Ragnar Lothbrok, I hate to say it, just, man, it wasn't a very good attack. I hate to tell you that, but I would maybe look into some videos and watch some of the battle replays and stuff that are out there, not just from myself, but from the many YouTubers out there. We have Chemis as Carthage. Too much cav, man. Way too much cav. Slingers, maybe if you were on defense, this would have been okay. But really for a walled settlement, you need that ability to be able to arc up over those walls. Bring your Cretan archers instead of your Rhodians. And I think you'll have a lot better success. Some of your infantry did pretty good. 191, 130, 170. Not bad. Sacred Band, I hate to tell you, it's not worth it. Don't bring it. It's not a very good unit. Bring your Libyan infantry, your noble fighters, things like that. And I think you'll have a lot better success. But that is going to be it for today's battle. Thank you guys so much for joining. Don't forget that if you are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, and we will see you guys next time.